The debate on demonetization for the day is coming to an end. However, it will continue tomorrow at 2 p.m. in the Rajya Sabha. There are certain concerns that have been raised by the opposition, saying that since this debate was under the adjournment motion under 267, there should be no other business that should be transacted by the House apart from this debate. The opposition also demanding that the Prime Minister be present for the discussion tomorrow in the Rajya Sabha. Let's move on now. It's the 8th day since Prime Minister Modi announced the demonetization of high-valued currency, replacing them with new 2,500 rupee notes. But today, a new move to track cash exchanges, the indelible ink mark, was introduced.
India is queuing up to get inked once again. This time, it's cash chase after a sweeping black money purge and not to cast ballots.
I'm standing at the SBI head office in Central Delhi, and as you can see, the micro ATMs are being dispensed right now. Multiple micro ATMs are waiting in the parking lot, and these vans will be going to several areas of Delhi.
While queues continue, there's a new way to track multiple currency exchanges. Customers are now being inked with indelible dye to prevent repeat transactions.
ये बहुत अच्छा अनुभव है, वो भी देश की तरक्की थी और ये भी देश की तरक्की है। हम नरेंद्र मोदी जी के आभार हैं, जो देश की तरक्की के साथ चल रहे हैं, हम भी चलेंगे।
जो स्याही से फायदा ये होगा, जो बार-बार लाइन लगा रहे हैं और ये खत्म हो जाएगी। जिसे लाइन नहीं मिल पा रहे हैं, उसे लाइन मिल पाएगी।
हाँ, बिल्कुल सही है डिसीजन ये स्याही का, इससे ये भीड़-भाड़ बहुत कम होगी।
But things are yet to turn normal. Continue outside banks and ATMs. And not everyone thinks that ink marks are a step in the right direction.
In the national capital, the government has said they're going to put indelible ink on the right index finger of people who go to exchange their money here.
अगर वो इंक लगा देंगे, जिससे हमें अगर 4,000 निकलवाने हैं, तो कल परसों फिर कैसे निकलवाएंगे? वो इंक लगा देंगे, निशान देखेंगे, वो तो कह देंगे आपने निकाल लिए। अगर हमें 4,000 कितने दिन चलेंगे?
Citizens are welcoming this move, has appreciated the use of indelible ink. We have seen several steps taken in the past few days by the Modi government, and this is the step taken to prevent multiple exchange of notes.
While people are largely backing the move to use ink to stop repeat cash exchange at banks, it remains to be seen if the move reduces the long queues. With Ilma Hassan, Shalini Lobo, Parveena Purkayasa in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Rasesh Mandani is now joining us with more details from Mumbai. Rasesh, help us understand how people are receiving this indelible ink mark. Were people in most parts in Mumbai marked with this who went to exchange their currency notes today, and what did they have to say?
Look, I think overall, the sense one gets is that it has helped in smaller queues as far as people looking to withdraw their old currency and get the new ones. This is just to give you an idea. There is a Central Bank here in South Mumbai, and this is how the whole process is being carried out. People coming in with their ID proofs, receiving money, them being inked, and this of course prevents them from going to another bank for multiple withdrawals. This is of course the whole idea. There are of course those who believe that 4.5 in a day is not enough, particularly those who need emergency funds.
Yes.
But at least the managerial staff in the banks are saying that it's made a difference. Let's get a viewpoint in from some of the senior managerial staff here. So you think the indelible ink move has helped in sort of reducing queues? There was of course initial panic once this demonetization drive was being carried out by the government.
Yes, definitely. Because people are not coming, visiting and revisiting the bank for the same time. Identification is very easy for that. So queues are reduced now. It is our experience.
Do you sense that there is lesser panic amongst the people now?
Yes, definitely. We are giving them services also. We are providing waters and all. So giving the satisfactory services, and we are satisfying them also.
There are also those, who might say that the only simple reason they were visiting multiple branches is because they need more money in a point in time. 24,000 in a week is not enough. So there would be those that you will need to handle as well.
Actually, the thing is that the government is saying that exchange has to be one person per person. There should be 4,500. So that's why we are giving against the identification, and the inking is helping us a lot.
So the inking helping reducing the queues. That's the word coming in from here at the South Mumbai Bank here in Mumbai.
All right, Rasesh, stay on with us. Revati is also joining us with more details from Thiruvananthapuram. Revati, many people are concerned that if they are inked once, they can't go back and, withdraw money from their account. Are banks being able to help dispel this fear? Because the ink mark is only for exchange and not for operating your account. But that understanding doesn't exist at the moment.
Well, banks have been able to manage the crowd so far. They have been able to stack cash into ATM kiosks, thereby reducing the crowd queuing up at the banks. Now, if you look at the crowd and the queues in front of banks and ATMs on day one compared to today, most of these ATM kiosks and banks are deserted. Now, the ATM kiosk that I'm standing in front of right now in Thiruvananthapuram city, at least about 20 minutes ago, there were people coming and withdrawing cash from this ATM when the cash got over, and now people are entering and there is no cash in this kiosk and they are returning. So it is only at around 5:30 p.m. that the cash got over inside this ATM kiosk. The same is the case with several other ATM kiosks in the area. Now, earlier I did speak to a couple of bank managers, and they did say that it was only on first day 1 and day 2, that people were actually panicked by this decision. They heard that your 500 and 1,000 rupee notes will be invalid from midnight. Now, that particular sentence created panic among people, and that led to the queues in front of the banks, which was not seen on day 3, day 4, day 5 or day 6. And sufficient cash being available at these ATM kiosks throughout the day, and agencies putting in cash every 3 hours or 4 hours into all these ATM kiosks has reduced the crowd, has reduced the panic among people as well, and now there is much more awareness as well among the citizens.
All right, let's get a sense from what's happening in Bhopal as well from Himinder. Himinder, is there a similar situation now in Bhopal? Are you seeing queues reducing?
Well, earlier during the day there was shortfall of cash. In fact, ATMs were closed. But by late evening and right now, as you can see, there is no queue over here. Just a handful of people inside this ATM. This is the Axis Bank ATM here in MP Nagar in Bhopal, and the situation is quite similar across the city as well, because we just took a round of the city and most of the ATMs there is cash, but there are no long queues. And this is quite different from what was the situation yesterday. In fact, yesterday evening there were long queues outside ATMs that were not even functioning. People were waiting outside ATMs hoping that there would be cash deposited in those ATMs and they would be able to withdraw the cash. But today the situation is quite different, probably because people have exhausted their limit of withdrawing money, and also because they now know that they can just withdraw around 2,500 or maybe 4,000 rupees per day. So that is the maximum that they withdraw, and probably they can do it tomorrow as well. So the number of people outside ATMs right now has reduced significantly.
All right, Himinder, Sharma, Revati and Rasesh, many thanks for joining us with those details.